Ivan Toney, Harry Kane, Cristiano Ronaldo, Mohamed Salah, Bukayo Saka, Mason Mount, Sadio Mane, Diogo Jota, Heung-min Son, Kevin De Bruyne, Riyad Mahrez, Jared Bowen, Emmanuel Dennis, and Gabriel Jesus. No, this is not a random list of 14 Premier League players. This is a list of all the Premier League players with the same or more goal contributions this year than Bruno Fernandes. I thought about naming all the players with the larger goals and assists per 90 in the Prem, but I did not feel like naming all 39 of them. You may think that the numbers on this list are skewed due to the minutes played by each player, but this is the same category that Bruno came second in last year, and the year before. This is the high standard Bruno has set himself, with the instant impact he had on the league after his January signing in 2020. But this year doesn't feel right. He seems lost. With the dominance of Liverpool and Man City in recent years, it wouldn't be surprising to forget that Man United were able to split them in last year's Premier League table, finishing second behind their sky blue rivals. Their success can be pinpointed to one man, Bruno Fernandes. The talisman exploded onto the scene for United. The Reds loved him, and everyone else hated him for his flagrant roles and wild reactions. The type of player you love to have in your team, but hate to play against. He adopted a free role for United, scattering himself around the pitch and shining on every stage. But what changed? What has happened this year? United are still the same team. If anything, they've improved their squad this year, with more tools for Bruno to utilise. Despite his fantastic start to the campaign with a hat-trick on the opening day against Leeds, he has not shown that same quality we became used to seeing. He has fallen out of conversations of the best player in the division, almost as quick as he came into them.
You look malnourished. Get some bread.
I only bring up this conversation because as much as Bruno is one of those players that I really don't like, due to the diving, his constant whining, and the way he puts himself about on the pitch, I can't help the fact that I love the pure footballing ability he has. His intelligence, the way he hunts down the opposition, the manner in which he is able to raise those around him and the fans, and his desire every time he steps on the pitch is undoubtedly second to none, and I miss it. I'm no United supporter, but I can't stand to watch them play. Their lack of bite or knowledge of any sort of structured system frustrates me, and it is hard to watch such outstanding players be diminished by those in charge of the club. But this is nothing new. United was still as dysfunctional last year and the year before. Under Ollie, everything was viewed through rose-tinted glasses. Results were being achieved, but nobody really knew how they were getting away with it. Bruno would drag the team through the tough games as he pulled the strings in midfield, but he can't quite grasp that role this year. There's been one key addition to this team, and it may be a sign as to why Bruno isn't thriving as much. Cristiano Ronaldo. You know the name, and you know the man. Iconic and inevitable. But he does impact those around him. Take Euro 2020 as a reference for this impact. Many were hyping up the Portuguese side to flourish in the competition. Incredible names on the team sheet, with Bruno perhaps being the player most in form out of all these names. But yet, as Ronaldo scored 5 goals and won the competition's golden boot, Portugal looked average, and Bruno had little to no impact, as he was subbed off twice, and subbed on twice, as Portugal bowed out in the round of 16. Could it be that when Bruno plays with Cristiano, he completely takes a back seat, or once the forward is introduced to the team, the system is tailored around him, leading Bruno to be left without his talismanic role that he has made his own? With United this season, a large portion of Bruno's goal contributions have come when Ronaldo has not been on the pitch, showing that he is able to grab the game by its neck and dominate it on his own. It's tough to say why this is the case, but there is a clear correlation there. Where does this leave United going forward? With the arrival of Ten Hag in the summer, Bruno could be looking forward to brighter days once more. The future of Ronaldo is unsure, but regardless of him staying or leaving, the system Ten Hag will bring will allow Bruno to become that creative mind once more. He can forget about that 8 role that he has been picking up this year and focus much more on being that pivotal number 10 where he is the one in control. Should United shift Ronaldo on, if he is that concerned with playing Champions League football, any replacement that they find to fill that spot will benefit from having such an exceptional player like Bruno Fernandes in behind him. I believe Bruno will once again be in conversation next year about being the best player in the league as United improve under their new manager. Also, let me know who you think today's mystery player is. The first person to comment the correct player below will get mentioned in the next video.